Hey, and welcome back to another episode of PumpkinSpook here in my survival world. And have a look at this. My survival city has breeded a little baby. Look at him, check it out. Yes, what a groundbreaking moment. Let's capture this moment. Hey there, buddy. Whoops, oh, look at him. Yes, basically I've managed to get my villagers breeding on the PlayStation 4 I'm currently playing on. I do play on other editions as well, but my main survival is on PlayStation 4. And my villagers are breeding in survival mode. So let's go ahead and I'll show you what seems to have made it work. Here is my housing right over here. I'm sure the larger structures in the background may have contributed. So I'm working on a second story on this house right here as well. So basically for the Legacy Console Edition, you basically need to have a lot of beds and a lot of doors, and of course a lot of houses to accommodate. I mean, you can't just build one big house with lots of little rooms in it, thinking that all those little rooms within the one structure will count, because apparently they need enough houses that count as an outside and an inside for each house. Basically, an inside counts as having a ceiling sealed off, and an outside is basically a view to the sky. So the more houses you build, or the structures you have with a lot of doors on them and a lot of beds in them, like these two structures here I've created, two-story structures with double doors going around, and the second floor is going to have windows with some double door entries and about 3 or 4 beds in each level. Now you also have to have 2 spare space blocks above those beds as well, so you can't have your ceiling too low because that'll affect the breeding process apparently, which you'll also see later on in the clip. The 2 breeders in love with the love hearts breeding a little baby, you'll see later in the clip in my survival play. But yeah, look, I first started this town with 1 villager, but he's just a permanent character named Boris over at the tavern, and then I decided to bring over 2 villagers to this place. But before I did bring in those 2 breeders, I did build these structures I'm working on now, and I've got the beetroot farm you can see in the background and the wheat farm already going, and I made myself a golem. And then I brought in those 2 breeders to start the population boom of PumpkinSpookville. But yeah, that seems to be the way that works on the PlayStation 4 Legacy Edition. And if you're having any issues, then you can follow this sort of style of construction. Otherwise, if you've got one that works, that's great. But this is one way that you'll see in a moment works, with the love hearts for the villagers to start breeding. And yeah, I'm really happy with that. So hopefully I can expand more and get a huge population for my town going. So rather than having some weird looking, strange, ugly, crazy looking farmer breeder structure that you'd normally find in creative mode, you can do it in survival, making it look more natural with the style you can base on mine if you like, because it seems to work, which you'll see later on in the clip with the little love hearts. And another thing with the breeding, they have to be willing to breed. So you do have to give them a lot of bread, beetroot or carrot. In my case I gave a lot of bread because I had that big wheat farm at the start. And once they have bread, then they'll stop the willingness to breed. So to start that up again, you can either give them the bread, beetroot or carrot again, or you can just trade with them again, and that will give them the willingness to breed again. And of course having nearby farms so they can farm wheat or bread or even beetroot and carrot, so they can give it to each other as well to get the willingness up with their inventory. But that's the way they go on the PlayStation 4 edition. Get some light happening here. The night is starting to fall, so I might get some little shut eye and continue on. So around here is where I need to build some sort of protective area. There's always one villager that likes to walk around here. There he is up here. Okay, it's a new day, another great new day here, and yep, this guy's still wandering around up here. So, oh, there's our new little fella there. Let's get some of this. Let's just quickly complete this housing, competing with the same style as the house next door, with a slightly different color, slightly different style. And yeah, I always like the double doors. That's one way to fit as many doors in. And of course lots of beds, so I've chucked about 2 or 3 beds in each level. But yeah, we'll continue on. I've really got to finish the one next to it as well, finish off the roof lining. As you can see there, it's not quite complete, this housing. Alright, now I can hear it in a zombie somewhere. Don't you just find it annoying when there's some sort of hidden cavern underground and some little zombie spawns and you just keep hearing that annoying zombie moan? I'll have to find out where that little cavern is and fill it up so we don't get any noisy zombies trapped underground there. Alright, but yeah, it's one of the most annoying things. I'm gonna have to find out where that little cavern is. Okay, so now we'll fill in the gaps with our windows. Okay, now this isn't my favorite terracotta color, but hey, look, I got a lot of these blocks in abundance from when I've got a Mesa strip mine happening. Might as well use it up. Okay, so next thing I want to do is clear out all this snow. Yes, I know, I was crazy enough to build in this snow biome, so I'm going to have to deal with snow. But that can be easily dealt with our parts and lower half slabs. Let's get our wooden ceiling happening here. Okay, so let's get some wooden ceiling. Who knows how high I want to make this thing, but for now we've just made double-story housing. There's that zombie noise again, so annoying. Oh well, I hope the villagers don't mind. They're still hanging around, so can't be too bad. Alright, so I think I got just enough. There we go. Excellent. Alright, now let's get some lighting happening in here. No one wants to live in the dark. There we go. Alright, now we'll clear out this snow. As you can see, we have a lot of heavy snowfall every now and then, and it just builds up everywhere. Now, in my previous episode where I built the inner defense wall, and I mentioned having it 2 layers high, being in a snow biome. Well, there's one thing I forgot to mention. Make sure you clear out the other side, because if you don't have the other side cleared out, then basically the raiders can just walk right up to that fence and shoot over it. So I built and cleared it out on the other side with some extra roads and parts. Anyway, time for bed. Oops, that's not the doorway. Yes, sorry, that's the one we want. Okay, time to shut eye for a new day. Alright, quickly eat some food before bed. Bit of a night snack. Yum yum yum. Alright, let's go to bed and wake up for a new day. And it's a new day, another beautiful day here in PumpkinSpookville. I'll quickly show you down here, just that, oh hang on, yeah, down here, who remembers the, down below the basement, my ice floors, my mirrored reflection, still looking good. Alright, don't know why I lifted that down, let's put that back up. Hey there buddy, haven't seen you in a while. Here's my dog Buddy, everyone, guarding the door. And there's me iron golem over there in the distance. Alright, so let's have a look now what we got here. Yes, it's coming along fine and dandy, I think. Now, what I've done here is some decorating along the top. It's the same style I've been using with my castle in the background, you may have seen. Full block and then a stair, full block and then a stair out of cobblestone. Well, I've done the same thing here out of wood. Alright, so I'll just finish that off. Oh great, I can hear a spider somewhere. I should be safe in the day. Unless it's in the shade, they will attack. Alright. Okay, so let's get some more footpaths down. So that way we don't have to deal with more snow building up. So we'll put some more paths down here along in between the houses. Oh, here's some villagers here. Okay, now let's head on up and do some more footpaths on the far end as well, like so. Okay, there we go, liking it already. Now that little tiny gap between the stairs there and the path, and it's got like dirt on one side and stone on the other. It just annoys me. I know you can hardly see it, but I'll just fill that in. There you go. Okay, let's see what those villagers up to. Now that I've finished their housing, I'm sure they'll be happy. Oh nice, look, little love hearts. Look, it is working right before our eyes. Our villagers are spawning, and I think we got another little fella. Yes, look at that. Great job. Oh well, I'm happy with this. So I got another addition to the population. Well, there you have it. The living proof our villages are expanding in our new housing. Glad they love it. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed watching this episode of my little villager breeding ground with the housing I built inside here. Thanks for watching, and I hope to see you all next time.